So hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to learn how to print, so basically how to print all prime numbers between given two range. So given the start and end, and between these two numbers we have to print all the prime number. Okay, so let me show you what I'm trying to say. First let me create one file, and the program or problem statement of today is, let's print all prime numbers between start and end. So we will give two numbers like a range from a start to end, and between these two range we have to print all prime number. Okay, so between printing the all prime number between two range given two numbers. Okay, so let's save first this file. So I am going to save somewhere print all prime numbers. Fine. Okay, so let's first decide these two number. First we will assign some value and then we will take from prompt. Okay, so a start is, let's suppose we are taking a start is 10 and end is, let's suppose 50. Okay, so between these two numbers we have to print all prime number. Okay, so let's first decide what is prime number. So what is called prime number? So if you already know the all number that is divisible by only 1, we can say, so every number is divisible by 1. So any number greater than 2, okay, and that is divisible by any of this number, after 2 any of number divides that number. So even from starting from 2 to any number that divides given number, divide any given number, so that is not called a prime number. So just I say, so any number that does not divide any numbers, not divide. So suppose for a given number, suppose 4, let's suppose except 1. Okay, so because from 1 is basically all number is divisible by 1. Okay, so we do not have to consider 1. So from 2, okay, so the first prime number is 2, right? So 2 is only divisible by 1. And let's suppose 3, 2, 2 is prime number, 3 is also prime number. But 4, let's suppose 4 is divisible by 1, right? But also 4 is divisible by 2. Okay, so two numbers divide the this number 4. So any number divide of any number divide the any given number, so that is not called prime number. Okay, so even 5, so 5 is divisible by only 1 or 5. Okay, so the number 1 and the number itself. Okay, so that is obviously common sense, like every number divisible by itself and the 1, other except 1 and the number itself. If any number divide the given number, so that is not called prime number. So 6, okay, so 6 divisible by 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3 both divide the 6, so this is not prime number. Okay, so this is the concept of, I think you already know what is the concept of prime number, but still I am explaining the logic, not logic, what is called prime number. So let's first check the prime number. Just I am writing one function called is prime. Okay, so let's suppose is prime, we are defining one number and we pass any number, and then we have to write the code if, okay, number less than 2. Okay, so less than 2, so what we have to do, we have to return false. Okay, because any number that is less than 2, we do not have to check that number because that is already false. Okay, fine. Else now we have to check from, suppose any number given 1. So let's traverse first this. So from I to I in range. Okay, so range it will be started from the 2 and int num power 0.5 and then plus 1. Okay, so basically we are taking all number from 2 to a square root of any number. Okay, so basically any number that, so suppose there is 25, right? So if we want to check is this 25 is divisible or not, so we do not have to check all the numbers. Okay, so from 2 to 25, not like 2 to 25, 2 to 25, right? We do not have to check each number starting from 2 to 25, is this divide the given number 20, given number 25 or not. So there is one shortcut, like, and not shortcut, so this is one mathematical rule, not rule, so I am just saying this is one condition. So any number, so just have to a square root of the given number, and the square root is the maximum number that divides the given number. So suppose the square root of 25 is 5. Okay, so 5, right? So any number greater than 5 that does not divide this one. Okay, so maximum number that can divide of a given number is a square root of the given number. So you can take any examples, right? So that's why we are taking the square root here. And how to take a square root? With this way, just use number, and this is for, it's called 1.5. So normally power is 1, 1 2 3, right? Even we can take fractional prime number, fractional power like 1.2 like that. Okay, 1.5 like that. Okay, so 1.2 it is called a square root, right? So I'm just taking here. Fine. So this was our logic for checking prime number, right? So still it's not completed. Now if number modules I equal to 0, it means any number divides the given number, it means return false. Okay, so if any number divide this one, then it will return false. Fine. If that does not happen, so outside loop we can normally return true, right? So let's check. So this one is false. Any number that less than 0 or negative, we do not have to check, so that's why we are returning false. Okay, so that is not prime number. Or also the number is divisible, then also it will return false. Fine. And if none of the condition is matched, then it will return true. So let's check some number and take this input. Suppose number is prime. Let's suppose take 10 and then run the program. So it say it's false. So this is not prime number, right? So let's suppose 2. So 2 is the first prime number, right? So it's a true. If even take 1 or -1, or even take, okay, fine. So let's take 1. Fine, this is false. Or even you will take any number less than less than 2. So if any number less than 2, it is false. So this is our function for checking prime number. But now we have to print all the prime number between the given range. So what we have to do, so this is a simple way. Just we have to use loop and then make it like item, or let's say num, in range, and range should be a start from the start and end +1. Why end +1? Because range is always exclude the last number. Okay, so that's why we are taking 1 +1, and then inside this one, if just pass this one, and then it should be inside num equal to true, print the given number is the given number. So what we can say, let's this num is prime, right? So only we have to print prime number. Okay, so we are taking from a start to just from 10 to 50, right? We have to check between these number is there in some prime or not. So because only we have to print the prime number, not rest of the number, so just we have to use only if, else is not required. Okay, so is there something? Okay, fine, run this one. Okay, so you can check 11, okay, 13, 17, 19, 20, 23. You can see all these three numbers, not 3 numbers. So between 10 to 15, all these are prime number. So if you have to make more clear, so just for our purpose, so all prime numbers between, okay, so between a start and between a start to end. Okay, so we have to just let's print like that. Fine, so all numbers between 10 to 15 is prime, all these are prime number. Fine. So also you can write in functions, you can write or organize your code in more, different structure, like in functions, or maybe just normally you can write that. So that is not any. So main thing was discussing the what are the different all the prime numbers. So let's change this one and let's make it this, and this run again. Okay, so from 2 to these numbers all are prime. So only the tricky part I think you already know. So how to run the loop, how to start the loop, how to end the loop. So this is normally I am executing or writing the code for printing everything in loop. Okay, so starting the loop, or basically how to write the code for loop. So from a start to end, and one by one all numbers I am passing to this function. Okay, is prime function, and is prime function checking. So is inside this is prime function I have written the condition of checking the given number is prime or not. So this was important thing. And only one point, important point here, when you have to check any given number is prime or not, so you have to check the divisibility only to the square root of the given number. So plus 1 you can add just for, I'm just using here range, so else it will it will, suppose in case of 25 I will not add here, so 25 will be excluded. Okay, so in case of whole square root. So let me explain what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's 25 and I'm not including this one. Okay, so what will be our error? Okay, so you can see 25 is also included here. Okay, but 25 is not a prime number. So why? Because in case of 25 only the number is this 25 is only checked from 2 to 2 3 4, not going to 5. Okay, because if you do a square root of this one, so say there might be some fractional number, and this fractional number and converting to integer. Okay, so it will take ceiling value. Okay, what I'm trying to say, like it will be, so a square root of sq r root a square root of 25. Okay, 5, that was explained different way, so it is 5. Okay, but the range functions, it will execute or not check only condition to 4 only. Okay, not the 5. Okay, in this case, yeah, so that was a condition. I think that was not an issue in case of whole square root, if their number is square root of 5. So only I think that was not the good thing, but just we have to maintain this range function, because in case of whole square roots, so that might be skip the number. So that's why I'm adding 1, and now everything will be fine. Okay, so 23 till 23 is prime, not 25. If let's make it 100, right? So you can check these all are prime number. 5, you can save all these number in some list or somewhere if you want to make it more suitable or according to your programming need. Okay, so I think that's all everybody for this simple program, or this might be very helpful for you. So just you can do by yourself, and just you can understand, and you can watch this video again and again to get the clear understanding. So if still you have doubts, so you can comment down below, and I will try to answer your query. Okay, so thank you for watching. Let's meet in another one.